A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So San Jose State's offense will go to work first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and block out all the noise.
The Spartans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run play action. Flips it out in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The Spartans send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man. It's Smith. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. They go right back to him, finding open areas. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Brown will throw it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Doyle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the right. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
It's complete on the right side. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Slithers into space. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Brown wants to pass. Looking left. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football on air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got his man across the middle. Touchdown, Stanford! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Spartans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks, it's Riley. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
And the Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Fires on the move. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got a man, it's Coleman. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, this is a guy at running back who can make plays taking handoffs and also catching the ball. They're trying to get him involved there on the swing pass, but the defense able to make the stop.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Snagged out of the air. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And how about that? They throw a hitch route on 3rd to pick up the first. Quarterback, great job getting it out of his hands quickly. Awesome timing, no hesitation. And because of that, he put it on his guy quickly. He had some space, and he was able to turn upfield and get the first down.
Back open in the middle. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
The Spartans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. To the air on first down. Got a man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up.
And the Spartans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brown will throw it. He's got the tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Turning it on! He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Riley. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Gain of 8. Second down coming up.
We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
And the Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That's a risky play call there, fourth and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Riley. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Here's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, there's the ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions, you got to put something together. The last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
That's reeled in. It's 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws out the RPO. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.